Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare Boy here, and I'm back with another impossible Pokemon challenge. Today we're going to find out if it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby using only a Chingling. The reason why I chose Chingling is because I have yet to do a run with each of the new baby Pokemon, and I figured what better region to do a Chingling run in than where its evolved form natively comes from. Before we can even begin our challenge, I first need to import Chingling sprites into our version of Pokemon Ruby. Once the sprites are in the game, I then need to edit the game's internal data, so this once empty data now functions exactly like a Chingling would. I code in its typing, base stats, and other essentials to turn this once empty data into a functioning Chingling. Now that our Chingling is in our game, let's review the rules of the run. The first rule is that I'm only allowed to use Chingling in battle. We are allowed to capture other Pokemon for HM usage, but they cannot assist Chingling by any other means. The second rule is that I'm not allowed to use items in battle. Held items such as leftovers are okay, but items such as X items or Hyper Potions are banned until the battle has ended. And finally, no glitches or exploits will be used to complete this challenge. It's just a normal playthrough of Pokemon Ruby, but with a Chingling. With the rules explained and our Chingling in game, let's jump into some gameplay. The first thing that I do is pick up our Chingling from Professor Birch's bag. For this run, I replace Mudkip so our rival takes Trico for what I believe to be the hardest rival. I nickname our little bell JB Rock because Jingle Bell Rock. I take a look at her stats and she has a sassy nature, which means more special defense but less speed, which is pretty bad if I'm gonna be honest. With JB Rock now on the team, it's time to conquer the Hoenn region. Just shy of level 16, I took on Roxanne, and thanks to knowing Stab, Confusion, and having an Oran Berry equipped, we just managed to pull out a victory on our first attempt with only 7 HP left. A close call, but I always had Yawn in my back pocket. Despite our clear advantage over Brawly, we were just shy of outcoming his Pokemon, even after they hit themselves in Confusion. Eventually, they did go down, but I'm a little concerned by our damage output on what should have been the easiest gym in this challenge. Well, I tried the May fight just above Slateport, but because Grovyle now has Pursuit, we got taken out fairly quickly. Looks like I'll need some more levels. On my second attempt, I equipped JB with a Quick Claw and got her to level 30, and this match was a complete 180 from our previous attempt. The Quick Claws allowed us to outspeed Grovyle for the KO, and we sustained Pursuit much better at this level for a smooth victory. Well, I attempted Watson at level 38, but because of his Steel-type Pokemon, we aren't dealing enough damage to make a significant impact in this fight. Watson hasn't been an issue lately, so I'll let him slide for this run. At level 48, I tried Watson again, and we get super lucky with a crit on Magnemite for a one-shot, forcing Magneton to waste a turn paralyzing us with Thunder Wave. After busting through the paralysis, we take him out while we were still in green health. Only 2 attempts against Watson, not bad. Our first fight against Maxie actually wasn't as bad as I expected it to be either. I was for sure going to think Mighty Anna was going to be an issue, but we actually wound up doing surprisingly good amount of damage against all 3 of Maxie's Pokemon, giving us a very smooth victory. Huh. Flannery was an easy fight as well. I'm starting to think JB is going to have an easy time in the later stages of this run. Hopefully she proves me wrong. Norman's fight could have been problematic, but we lucked out as we got a crit on Norman's first Slacking for a one-shot and handled Vigoroth nicely with a couple of confusions. Norman's ace Slacking walled us pretty hard, but I played my cards right and put him to sleep with Yawn before he could finish us off and turn the tables on him. Continuing with the trend of this being an easy run, May was a quick and painless match as she never even hit us once. I hate when runs are easy because then my commentary gets bland for you guys. Winona's fight, on the other hand, was interesting. We completely obliterated all of her Pokemon aside from Altaria. He was taking our confusions nicely and kept getting healed with Hyper Potions and even maxed out his stats with Dragon Dance, but then he never hit us for some odd reason. Well, that was scary, but anticlimactic. Well, we finally hit our first roadblock with Tate and Liza. Unfortunately for us, we don't have any moves to hit these celestial rocks, and our hidden power typing is psychic, which is useless to us. The only thing we can do at this point is level up and learn Shadow Ball, but since it's physical in this generation, it probably won't hit as hard as I'm hoping. After teaching JB Shadow Ball and getting her up to level 68, we just barely did enough damage to Tate and Liza's 2 Pokemon to 2-shot them. We also thankfully avoided a Hypnosis, or else this fight could have gone south. So, I unfortunately didn't have full health for Maxie's final fight, but thankfully we still prevailed after being assaulted by Crobat, and then Cameron made the weird choice of using Earthquake against a levitating Chingling. Okay then. This allowed me to take him out with less than a quarter of my health left. While this wasn't much of an issue thanks to Shockwave, the only Pokemon who gave us a bit of an issue was Wishcash, between his immunity to Shockwave and Amnesia, but we put him to sleep with Yawn and then got a lucky Confusion off of, well, Confusion, allowing us to take him out and sweep the rest of his team. At the end of Victory Road is one final Wally fight, and thanks to now having Calm Mind, I set up for 2 turns and then proceed to sweep his entire team. Here we are outside the Elite Four at level 70, and these stats are horrendous, I can't even lie to you. I did manage to replace Confusion with Psychic finally, but I hope it's enough to defeat Sydney, as he has me the most worried. Let's find out together. Well, despite my fears, we did alright in this fight. I pretty much had to max out my special attack with Calm Minds, but once I did, we could soak up all of Sydney's dark type attacks, as they're all special in Generation 3, and retaliate with some juiced up shockwaves. We did the best we could against Phoebe, but we unfortunately get outmuscled by her ghost types in pound for pound hits. I'll try again after I gain some more levels. After getting JB to level 80, we just had enough bulk to withstand 2 Shadow Balls from Dusclops and Sableye to defeat Phoebe with just 15 HP remaining. We should be clear from here. Glacio was an easy fight thanks to Calm Mind. Glalie set up a light screen, but we boosted up so much it didn't even take effect, and kept us safe from Glalie's crunches. Her 3 Walruses went down to Calm Mind boosted shockwaves. Drake's fight was scary for 2 reasons. The first being Shelgon's Rock Tomb, which lowered our speed and allowed Drake's Pokemon to outspeed us. Second was the sand attack gifted to us by Drake's first Flygon, which caused us to miss a few Psychics. We still managed to prevail, but just barely. So, I did a trial fight against Steven, and it went poorly. Even after 3 Calm Minds, we couldn't one-shot Claydol with Psychic, which tells me I'm gonna need more levels. I tried the final fight against Steven again at level 93, and this time I was able to max out my special stats with Calm Mind, but Claydol managed to get 2 Omni Boosts and a light screen up while I was setting up, which prevented us from taking him out so easily. Once Claydol finally went down though, all that was left was Aggron, Armaldo, and Metagross. Armaldo and Aggron weren't an issue, but because of the light screen, Metagross survived on a sliver and could have finished us off with a Meteor Mash, but we miraculously avoid it and we finish the fight. With this victory, we registered Chingling into the Hoenn Hall of Fame. I normally don't end my videos like this, but I think JB deserves to evolve after such a stellar performance and becoming a Hoenn champion. Congrats, Queen. Psychic type runs are always tough in Ruby because of Steven's final fight, but I think Chingling pulled it off fantastically. For our next challenge, we're going to find out if we can beat Pokemon Silver using only a Galarian Corsola. So, if you don't want to miss that video, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also, be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And in the comment section, I want to know what your favorite part of today's run was. This is usually the part of the video where I do my famous "This has been your boy Rare Boy," but I actually have an announcement for the channel. For those of you who are new to the channel or don't know, I am actually a full-time English teacher, and since, well, summer's over now, it means I'm going back to work. So, our Galarian Corsola video isn't going to be out for quite some time. I apologize in advance, but I hope you guys understand, as YouTube is not my main source of income. In fact, I don't get paid for any of the videos that I make because, well, I have less than 300 subscribers at the time of this recording, but I hope you all understand. I do this for fun. I see the positive reviews from you guys, and you guys love the videos, especially the new Fusion Fighter series. That's been a great hit. Speaking of the Fusion Fighter series, we are going to be doing a Pikachu and Eevee fusion for Fire Red, so stay tuned for that. I don't know when it's going to come out, like I said. I just got hired at a new school too, so I have to get like new lesson plans, new units. It's exciting, it's nerve-wracking, you know, I'm going through all these emotions, but thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I just wanted to let you guys know what's happening with my personal life and where the channel's going to be for, you know, the next couple weeks, probably a couple months. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get settled into my new position, but, you know, it's a big deal for me. You know, I've never had my own classroom. This is the first time I'm going to be like the head teacher, so I'm really excited. Things like that, so, alright. I'm going to stop my spiel, and I'm just going to say, this has been your boy, Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.
Red, white, and blue, yeah, I love this place.
Excuse me, did you just watch this video? You must have if you made it this far into the video. And yet you haven't liked, commented, shared, or subscribed. The Rare Boy working very hard on these videos. Please do the man a favor.